Thank you. Blessings. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, I welcome all the devotees for today's Srimad Bhagavatam session. Today we are going to, as it's announced, we are going to start the new chapter from Canto 4. It will be the 4th chapter and we will discuss from the verse 1 to 6. Hare Krishna. So before we start, we will do some Mangalacharana. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Bhareneswarada Bhareneswaradi. Jaya Radha Bhareneswarada Bhareneswaradi. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavanadam. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Nitai Gauranga. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्रीमद् अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय. प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय. ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय. नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय. पुण्य क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी की जय. गंगामाई यमुनामाई की जय. भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की जय. समावेद भक्त वृंद की जय. नताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज. ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज. ऑल ग्लोरीज श्री श्री गुरु एंड गौरांग. Hare Krishna. So as it was mentioned in the Gopal class, at the end of the Gopal class, she mentioned preaching is the life. So I got the life now. Haribol. So the life for the material body is given by father and the mother. So life in the spiritual aspects, we get the life from Guru and the Shastras. So with the blessings of our Guru and the Shastras, so we'll try to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 4, text number 1 to 6. Is it visible, Prabhu? Yeah. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam तदो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी. Krishna. Maitreya uvacha yetavat yuktva virarama sankaraha patni anganasham hi ubayatra chintayan suhurdidrukshusha parisankita bhavan निष्क्रमाति निर्विशाति द्विदित आससा. मैत्रेय उवाच एतवात् युक्त्वा विरराम शंकरः पत्नी अंगनाशं हि उभयत्र चिन्तयन् सुहृद्दिदृक्षुषा परिशंकितभावन् निष्क्रमाति निर्विशाति द्विदासः सः. मैत्रेय उवाच एतवत् उत्कविरराम शंकरः निष्क्रमाति निर्विशाति द्विदाससाः. मैत्रेय उवाच एतावत् उत्तविरराम शंकरः पत्नी अंगनाशं हि उभयत्र चिन्तयन् सुहृद्दिदृक्षा परिशंकितभवन् निष्क्रमाति निर्विशाति द्विदासः सः. मैत्रेय उवाच एतावत् युक्त्वा विरराम शंकरः पत्न्याङ्गनाशम् उभयङ्गचिन्तयन् सुहृद्दिदृक्षो परिशंकिता भवन् निष्क्रमाति निर्विशाति द्विदाससा. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. मैत्रेय उवाच एतावत् उक्त्वा विरराम शंकरः पत्न्यंगनाशम् उभयत्र चिन्तयन् सुहृद्दिदृक्षो परिशंकिता भवन् निष्क्रामति निर्विशाति द्विदाससा. मैत्रेय उवाच एतावत् उक्त्वा विरराम शंकरः पत्न्यंगनाशं हि उभयत्र चिन्तयन् सुहृद्दिदृक्षो परिशंकिता भवन् निष्क्रमाति निर्विशाति द्विदाससा. Hare Krishna. The translation and the purport by Abhicharnarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. The translation: the sage Maitreya said, Lord Shiva was silent after speaking to Sati. seeing her between decisions. Sati was very much anxious to see her relatives at her father's house, but at the same time she was afraid of Lord Shiva's warning. Her mind unsettled, she moved in and out of the room as a swing moves this way and that. Hare Krishna. So what we will do, we will just go through the translation of the rest of the verses. This is verse number 1, and then the verse number, we will read the purport also. Sati's mind was divided about whether to go to her father's house or obey the orders of the Lord Shiva. The struggle between the two decisions was so strong that she was pushed from one side of the room to another, and she began to move just like the pendulum of a clock. So just remember this highlighted point which we'll discuss during our discussion. So verse number 2, the translation goes like this. Sati felt very sorry at beginning, forbidden to go see her relatives at her father's house, and due to affection for them, tears fell from her eyes. Shaking and very much afflicted, she looked at her uncommon husband Lord Shiva as if she were going to blast him with her vision. So this is a long purport here. Again we will just read only those highlighted one. The word apratipurusham used in this verse means one who has no equal. Lord Shiva has no equal in the material world in regard to equality towards everyone. So verse number 3, the translation. Thereafter Sati left her husband Lord Shiva, who had given her half his body due to affection. Breathing very heavily because of anger and bereavement, she went to the house of her father. This less intelligent act was due to her being a weak woman. So in the purport, Prabhupada again explains here, we'll just read some of them only. The Vedic material relationship existed between Lord Shiva and Sati, but sometimes due to weakness, a woman becomes very much attracted by the members of her father's house, and this happened to Sati. In other words, womanly weakness exists even in the relationship between husband and wife. But a wife should not leave her husband's protection because of such misunderstanding. If she does so, it is understood to be due to her womanly weakness. Translation number 4. When they saw Sati leaving alone very rapidly, thousands of Lord Shiva's disciples, headed by Maniman and Mada, quickly followed her with his bull Nandi in front and accompanied by yakshas. The purport. The word Anucharaha is also significant, for it indicates that Lord Shiva's disciples were always ready to sacrifice anything for Lord Shiva. All of them could understand the desire of Shiva, who did not want Sati to go alone. Anucharaha means those who can immediately understand the purpose of their master. Translation number 5. The disciples of Lord Shiva arranged for Sati to be seated on the back of a bull and gave her the bird which was her pet. They bore a lotus flower, a mirror, and all such paraphernalia for her enjoyment and covered her with a great canopy. Followed by a singing party with drums, conch shells, and bugles, the entire procession was as pompous as a royal parade. So there is no purport in number 5, so we will read text number 6. She then reached her father's house where the sacrifice was being performed and entered the arena where everyone was chanting the Vedic hymns. The great sages, Brahmanas and demigods were all assembled there, and there were many sacrificial animals as well as pots made of clay, stone, gold, grass and skin, which were all requisite for the sacrifice. So the purport. So the entire atmosphere was surcharged with transcendental sound vibration. This transcendental sound vibration has been simplified in the transcendental vibration Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In this age, no one is expected to be highly educated in Vedic ways of understanding because people are very slow, lazy and unfortunate. Hare Krishna. So there is again the continuation of the purport. So we'll just stop with this. Om Agnatimirandasya Jnananjana Salagaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pashatya Desadarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you again. So this session, we know that in the previous chapter, the chapter was titled as the talks between Lord Shiva and Sati. So Daksha Prajapati has performed initially a yajna. First he performed one yajna, I forgot the name, and then that time Lord Shiva was insulted very badly, and then Lord Shiva quietly left the place. And after that, Brahmaji has made Daksha as the Prajapati, and then Daksha got very much puffed up because of that position, and then he performed another sacrifice, Brahaspati Sada, the second yajna which Daksha was performing. So in this second yajna, Daksha he didn't put an invitation to Lord Shiva, but he has called all the demigods, and even the lower grade demigod also he has invited. So all those demigods and everyone who have been invited, they were flying on the sky, going to Daksha's yajna place. So everyone were going in an airplane, and then Mother Sati was sitting in her house, in her place. There's no house, of course. So she was sitting with Lord Shiva, and then she was watching. Everyone were going to her father's place. So she was very anxious to go to her father's place. So she requested Lord Shiva, please allow me, I need also to go to the place. Then Lord Shiva has given, in the last chapter we have seen, so many reasons Lord Shiva was giving that you should not go there. But Sati Mata was, again, she was telling that, no, to some of my father's house or to the spiritual master's house or some friend's house, there is no invitation required, we can go anywhere. So all these arguments were there, counter arguments were there. And then finally Shiva kept quiet. Now from this chapter now, it's titled as Sati quits her body. So now Sati, from this verse, we are seeing from number 1 to number 6, we see that she left the place of Shiva. In spite of Shiva's advice, she left the place and she goes into the sacrificial arena of Daksha, where all the arrangements has been made. So this is the section which we are now discussing. Now let us see now from the purports, Srila Prabhupada, what he discussed starting from verse number 1. So as we discussed that, we'll just go through the highlighted points. We'll discuss few of them. It's mentioned that Mother Sati's mind was swinging between. So Mother Sati, her mind was swinging like the swing. Recently we had Julan Yatra. So we have seen how it swings. So from where it swings? It swings from the husband's instruction, advice, to father's house. So these two locations, Mother Sati's mind was swinging. So the question is, does a woman need to cut off her attachment with her father's house after marriage? question to the Mataji side only. Does a woman need to cut off her attachment with her father's house after marriage? No. Okay, so from Mataji's side, no. From Prabhu's side, yes. Hare Krishna. Okay, let us discuss now whether it is what the woman has to do, whether she has to cut the attachment with their father's house or not. Generally, the woman's life, no, it is compared to the paddy cultivation. So, how many of you know about the paddy cultivation? Many of us maybe might not seen how the paddy has been cultivated, but we know only the rice. From Lulu, we bring the rice. But I don't know. We don't know how it comes from the field to the market. This paddy, they sow the seed in the nursery first. Then they prepare the land first, and then in the nursery land they sow the seeds, and then it will be left for I think 21 days or 30 days, and then it sprouts from there, and then the seedlings comes from there in the nursery. After that, they prepare another land, bigger land. The nursery is always smaller one, and then they prepare a bigger land, and then they pluck the seedlings from the nursery and then plant it in the bigger land. So this is the process. So the woman's life is compared to this. So why it is compared? She takes birth from one house, but whereas her life goes in another house. Same like the paddy, the crop, how it starts, the seedlings comes from the nursery, and then it is planted in another place. So now these seedlings, when they are plucking it, so actually when they are plucking it, they flooded with the water. The nursery will be flooded with water so that the soil will become soft, and then the seedlings can be taken off easily. So now the question is, when they are taking the seedlings and they plant it in the other field, if the seedlings are attached too much to the nursery, what will happen? Will the plant grow in the new place? Yes or no? It will not grow. Why? Because the root is attached to the land, the ground, and only the top seedlings will come out, which we cannot grow in the another place when it has been planted. So that attachment should be little bit loose there. Then only with the root they can come. Then when they planted it in the next place, it will grow nicely. So similarly, the woman will again, if I know many of the Mataji, they will not accept this, but still we will discuss further. The attachment should not be there with the father's house. Why? We'll see again. So this is what we discuss now. The seedlings, the plant, it takes the character from, generally the woman, anyone for that matter, we take the character from the mother, and we take our strength from our father, we take our behavior from our family. So similarly here also, if you take the paddy seedlings, the seedlings, it takes the strength from the seed, and then the character from the ground, and then the behavior from the surroundings. If you take the seedlings and then you plant it somewhere different place, in totally different surroundings, it will not grow nicely. So that's why when they are buying the seedling also, they will buy only from the local place, and because it has been accustomed to that particular surroundings. So this way, the seedlings are having the connection with the father's house, the nursery. The relationship, it comes through our physical body. Yes or no? The relationship comes through our physical body, because the physical body is given by the parents, the father and mother. Just now in the beginning we said our physical body is given by father and mother. So the relationship, it comes along with the physical body, and this relationship cannot be terminated until the soul leaves the body. Even sometimes we may think that I don't want, the children sometimes they can say, the parents, I don't want to see you, I am going away from you. Maybe they can say, but that doesn't mean that the relationship will cease from that point. The relationship always exists until the moment the soul leaves the body. You cannot sever that relationship, it will be always there. So the physical body, it gives the relationship. So the physical body is given by father and mother, so that relationship cannot be removed. But whereas the attachment comes when? Attachment comes through the mind. Does the mind has been given by the parents? No. So the attachment, which comes through the mind, it is very difficult to severe it, very difficult to remove it. I'll give an example now. This relationship, the physical relationship, we know the story of our Arshasoha from the Chitraketu's pastime. When that child was poisoned, and then when they left the body, that soul has left the body, and then they were lamenting. The parents were lamenting. Chitraketu and the wife, they were lamenting. Then that time, who comes there? Narada and Angira Muni, they came there, and then they revived the child. When the child revived, and then see, in the Bhagavatam, when the child has been revived, when the child speaks, it is mentioned that the Jantu Uvacha. It is not that Arshasoha Uvacha. The child's name was what? Arshasoha. When it has been revived, it is mentioned the Jantu Uvacha. It was no more Arshasoha. Arshasoha has gone. The moment the soul leaves the body, that relationship has gone. Then that Jantu, it speaks, my dear Narada, which father and mother you are talking about? I have taken so many father and mother. Which father and mother you are talking about? So from this pastime we can understand that the physical relationship, it is only related with the physical body. The moment the soul leaves the body, the relationship will go away. Whether we accept it or not, that is the truth. But whereas the attachment, it comes through the mind, that even after leaving the body, it will not move, it will not go. What is the example for this? Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj, he left the body, but his attachment was there with him. So what happened? He took again another birth among the family of the deer. So what happens? The attachment gives to the new relationship. Attachment gives to a new relationship. So the relationship, it gives again attachment. So this how the soul always rotting within this material world. So that our endeavor is to what? Our endeavor is to sever which one? To sever the relationship or to sever the attachment? Attachment. Is it okay, Mataji, now? The attachment has to be left or not? We are not, see, this is the problem. The question was whether we have to sever the attachment. The question was asked whether to sever the attachment. We have never asked that to sever the relationship. Yes, Mataji. That is going to come in the next slide. Very well. So, the attachment has to be removed. As rightly Mataji has said, this is the next slide. Whether we have to, whether it is, again, this point is not only for Mataji, even for us also. That attachment has to be removed from the father's house or even husband's house also. Okay, woman's position between the parents' house and the husband's house is really dharma sankat. It's very like how Arjuna was in the beginning, in the first chapter. How he was there, that was the position of a woman. So if both the families are very, there is no issues, still there will be a problem. But if they are already having a problem, then it is going to be more difficult for the woman. So then what the woman has to do then? What the principle she has to follow to avoid all these issues? So the very simple formula has been given by our forefathers. Read this one. Never speak the glories of father's house in husband's house. It's okay? Never speak the glories of father's house in your husband's house. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I am sorry, Prabhu. Someone has to sit along with me now. No. So this is, okay, so this is only 50%. Another 50% is there. Never speak the difficulties of your husband's house in father's house. So both are important. So if you do any one of them also, you will end up in trouble. So we have to follow this. Especially the women, they need to follow this. Don't speak the glories of your father's house in your husband's house. And don't speak the difficulties of your husband's house when you go to your father's house. Hare Krishna. Mataji, we'll come to the question answer last moment. Mataji. Hare Krishna. So the example here given. So everything is been from the examples only. We are not speaking on our own. So the example. When Devahuti, Mother Devahuti was married to Kardama. Who was Devahuti? Devahuti was the princess, the daughter of Swayambhu Manu, the great. When she has been married to Kardama, what happened? She came into a hermitage. She was living in a palace, and the moment she got married, she went to an hermitage, very small, ordinary hermitage. And then we have read through in the third canto. Did ever you hear that Mother Devahuti complained about the husband's house? Or did ever she glorified her father's house to Kardama? Oh, I was living there, my father is like this. You never heard this. She was patiently serving Kardama. And what is the second example for that? Never speak the difficulties of husband's house in the father's house. We have some of you know this story of Chevana Muni. He was married to Sukanya. So the Sukanya Mata, she made some mistake, and then she was forced to marry Chevana Muni. And when she married, he was blind that time. Chevana Muni was blind. And she never went and complained to her father, you got me married to this such a person. He never complained. She never complained to her father. She was faithfully serving her husband. But of course, afterwards, she has been blessed. The husband has got the vision, and then he became very young as well after that. So these examples shows us that these 2 points are valid. If we follow this, then we will not have the trouble. Hare Krishna. Okay, then if we are not following this principle, what will happen? This is the example given. The life of a woman is like a swing. So she has to swing from this house to that house. This is what happened to Mother Sati here. The swing is attached at both the ends. The swing is compared to the mind of the woman. And it moves from one side to another side, from the husband's house to the mind of the woman. It moves from husband's house to the father's house. Okay, now if it is the situation, now she could not take any decision whether to follow the instructions of the husband or I go to my father's house. It's exactly similar situation of Arjuna in the first chapter, indecision. So what he did, Arjuna, in that situation, he surrendered to the Guru. Karpanya dosho upata supava prachyamitvam dharma sammudaseta yachreye nishyan nishchitam buruhitam me sishyasteyam sadimam tvam prapanna. So she surrendered to the Guru. Then who is the Guru for a woman? The natural Guru for the woman. Husband is the natural Guru for the woman. So then the woman has to listen to the advice of the husband. Now did Sati had the Guru or not? Sati had Guru or not? She had the Guru. Did the Guru instructed her or not? Instructed. Then what happened after that? Okay. She could not follow the instructions of the Guru. Why? Because of the anger. For a wife, the natural Guru is as husband. If Guru words are not taken seriously, then there will be a great danger. Even for us also, when we are not taking the instructions of our spiritual master, it is going to be a great danger. What is the danger? Anger. So what is the difference between the danger and the anger? Only one word, one word, D only. So you add D, it will come danger. If you remove D, it will become anger. So both are very closely related. So this anger, how it comes, the anger? The anger, it comes through Rajoguna. Say Kamayesha Krodayesha Rajoguna Samudbhava Mahashino Mahapapmo. So this is the greatest enemy of the living entity, the anger. So one must be very careful to this anger. So if we get the anger, what will happen now then? The anger is how the anger is being triggered actually. The anger is triggered. See, it says again, Krishna has given the step by step. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa, sangat teshu upajayate, sangat sanjayate kama, kamat krodha bujayate. So by the attachment. So this is what we started in the beginning. When we have the attachment, when we are contemplating on the sense object, that it develops to the attachment, then the attachment develops to the lust, then the lust develops to anger. So the root cause is the attachment. This is what in the beginning we said, the attachment, whether that attachment has to be removed. So give up that attachment. So again we are now coming back to the same, whether the attachment, whether to be given only for the father's house or husband's house also. Mataji can listen now. Again we will take up the example. It's not from our own. Ata vishveshva vishvatman vishvamurte swakeshu me sneha pasham imam chinti dridam pandashu vrishnasu. So Mother Kunti Mata, she is not telling that remove my attachment with Vishnu only or remove my attachment with the Pandu only. She is telling both. That also she is telling dridam pandashu vrishnasu, because the word used here is sneha pasam. So the attachment is compared to the pasha. The pasha, you know what is pasha? Pasha is, who is using the pasha? Yamaraj is using the pasha. Otherwise normally the rope, it is called as dam. Isn't it? The dam is called the rope. But here in this place, it is given as pasham. So that attachment is so dangerous that it will kill us. Spiritual, I am talking about the spiritual suicide. It will kill us. So she is telling, cut off my attachment. Sneha pasam imam chinti. So cut off my attachment. How she is telling? Cut off my attachment. Dridam. See, as we said, when we are cutting the tree, when we cut the tree at the top, what will happen? Again it will grow. Again it will sprout. It will come out. So that's why she mentioned dridam. This means rooted, deep rooted. So from the root, remove this attachment. It's not that superficial removal. Remove it from the root. The attachment has to be removed from the root. Don't leave any root. Just if you give a small root, it will start again growing, the attachment. So this attachment is not for father house or mother house or husband house, no. Everything in this material world has to be, our attachment to be removed. It is not the relationship, it is the attachment has to be removed. Attachment and the relationship. Yeah, as we mentioned, the relationship, it comes through the physical body. The attachment comes through the mind. So that mind, attachment to the mind has to be removed. No need to make any effort to remove the relationship. Relationship, whether you remove it or not, automatically it will go off when you leave the body. So only, as I said, only we need to work on removing the attachment. Okay, so similar case, how Mother Sati and Lord Shiva had this discussion. The similar case, now we are celebrating the Janmashtami, so I thought of just taking up few points from Krishna's pastime also. Krishna also had the same similar thing. How Mother Sati, against the will of the father, she got married to Lord Shiva. Similarly, Rukmini Mata has got married to Krishna against the will of his family. Of course, later on the parents accepted, but still her brother, the Rukmini, was against the marriage. Always he was against it. So when one day when Krishna was sitting in the bed of Rukmini, Krishna was looking at Rukmini, and then he wants to just enjoy some pastime. So Rukmini didn't speak anything about her father's house. Please, again, we have to remember that the rule number 1. Rukmini never spoke anything about the father's house to Krishna. But Krishna thought, okay, let me tease her now. So Krishna started these words now. See here, Krishna started with, we are not the good combination. Krishna speaks, You are the princess and you were aspired by many kings, but you choose me who is not at all your equal. Whatever the Krishna says, is it right or wrong? No, I'm asking externally. Externally is right or wrong? Externally it's right. The next point, Krishna says, I am a coward man, because he ran away. I have taken shelter of the sea, afraid of the worldly kings. This was spoken by Krishna. This is from the Canto 10, chapter number 60. Krishna teaches Rukmani. And again he says, I am not attached to you. I rarely turn my attachment towards you. Krishna is speaking to Rukmani. You can marry someone else. Now Krishna is telling, you divorce me and you marry someone else. You divorce me and select another kingly person such as Shishupala, Jarasandha and Dandavakra. See, the wife who loves the husband very intimately, very affectionately, when she hears the words like this, how she will feel? You leave me and then you can go and marry with someone else. I am not at all taking care of you. So it's better you go out and marry someone else. So there, Rukmani, she, after hearing these words, it's not only this much, there are so many things Krishna speaks. Just I took only 3, 4 or 5. Rukmani got fainted. She fell to the ground. The tears were coming from their eyes, and then it mixed with the kajal and then the kumkum, everything, and then it's mentioned that it was like flowing like so much water there on the floor. Then Krishna, after seeing Rukmani fell down on the floor, he immediately went and picked up Rukmani, and then he was pacifying. Then he says, no, don't worry, I'm just teasing you. It's not the true words which I spoke. Just only for a fun, I just made this one. I spoke. It is not, don't take this as very seriously. It's only just for fun. Then when Rukmini got the consciousness, now she speaks then again. See, the same thing, when Krishna said, we are not the good combination, what is the explanation given by Rukmini? You are the controller of modes, and I am controlled by the modes. Yes. You and me are not same. You are the controller and I am controlled. We are not same. Krishna said, I am a coward man. Then Rukmini says, the real worldly kings are the 3 modes of material nature. In the world, so many people they claim, I am the king, I am the king. So I am so and so, I am so and so. So many people they can say like this. But who is actually the controller of the material world? Who is the controller of the material world? The 3 modes of material nature. They are the actual controller of the material world. And those controllers, who are they? The 3 modes of material nature cannot touch Krishna. So Krishna's words correct or not? Krishna said, the worldly kings cannot come to my place in Dwaraka. That's why I made my city in the sea. And now Rukmini is explaining that 3 modes are the actual controllers and they cannot touch you. This is the explanation given by them. And Krishna said, I am not attached to you. Rukmini says, not only you, even your devotees, Krishna says, I don't have anything. Then further Rukmini says, not only you, even your devotees are bereft of material power. And Krishna said, I am not attached to you, I am not looking at you. Then Rukmini says, you are self-satisfied, you are Atma Rama. You rarely turn towards me when you desire the creation time. When you wanted to do some creation, you glance upon me. This is the power, the energy of the Lord. Rukmini is energy of the Lord. So the Lord glances to the energy when he wants to do the creation. And then last Rukmini says that when Krishna said that you can go and marry someone else, then Rukmini Mata says this. They were only who have sold themselves to their wives. Only those women who have never heard of your glories will marry them. I have heard your glories enough from the Brahmanas. So that's why I have selected you. Those women who have not heard your glories, only they will select the other person. So see here also the similar condition, similar case, everything. How the Mother Sati and how Rukmini they behaved. Okay, before also when we discussed about Arjuna, when Arjuna heard the instructions of Krishna, and then finally what he said? Karishya vachanam tava. Whatever you said, I will follow. But what happened to Mother Sati? She went against the will, against the advice of Lord Shiva. So that she ended up in the big danger. I think we need to go fast. Okay, in the verse number 2, did Lord Shiva acted equally towards Sati? This is another question. Lord Shiva, in the purport, Prabhupada mentioned that Apratipurusham means the Lord Shiva is equal to everyone. Did Shiva acted equally? Did Shiva acted for the welfare of Sati or not? No? Yes. He acted. How? Because he gave the advice. But to take the advice, okay, this is the point we are coming now here. Iti te jnanam akyatam. So Krishna says that I have given this knowledge. Guyataram maya. He said after that, Vimshayat asesena yata ichasi tata guru. So you don't take it as it is, whatever I said. Though it is a secret of all secret, but still you have to fully deliberate and then decide as you wish. Krishna never forced it. But Arjuna, he realized it, and then he said after that, when Arjuna's reply was, Nasta moha smridir labda tvat prasadat maya achyuta. What he said, Sthido asmi gada sandesha karishye vachanam tava. So all my doubts has gone. I am now very clear. I will do what you said. So why could not Mother Sati say like this? Why Mother Sati couldn't realize this, and why she could not take up the advice given by Lord Shiva? Due to the presence of anger, Sati decided to go against the spiritual master. The presence of anger. So the anger is the opponent of knowledge. When there is an anger, it will close all the gates of knowledge. If you are having anger, your knowledge is gone. Krishna also said, no, that when there is anger, the knowledge is gone. Okay. So then in the same purport, Prabhupada writes, Sati took the shelter of woman's last weapon, weeping, which forces a husband to agree to the proposal of his wife. So Sati Mata could not persuade Shiva to give the permission. But so she started weeping. She started crying. So there are two types of tears. Out of intense grief and out of anger. So out of intense grief, we have seen how Rukmani Mata was crying. When she heard the words of Krishna, she was crying. That was the tear of intense grief. But what is the tear from anger? Tear from anger is Rukmani could not understand the Lord was only teasing, and thus she displayed this ecstatic symptom of grief. Satvika ecstasis. Prabhupada writes in the purport. The other is intentional weeping to achieve the desires. So to achieve the desires, it's weeping is there, but it is intentional. Okay. The third point, again, I'm sorry, maybe these points are a little bit, Mataji may be a little upset. Womanly weakness. Is it positive or negative remark? Prabhupada mentioned that it's a womanly weakness. Mother Sati took the decision because of her womanly weakness. Is it a positive or negative remark? Positive, negative? Negative. Women have some noble characters which makes them as women. Tolerance, forgiveness, compassion, purity, caring, etc. So when the earth is compared to what? Woman. Because when someone is digging the earth, someone is blasting the earth, but still earth holds him. But that earth is being termed as the woman. Bhumi Mata. So that mother, the woman should have the tolerance. Woman should have the forgiveness. And like how we have seen Draupadi Mata, when all her 5 children have been killed, when Aswathama has been arrested by Arjuna, what she did? She said, no, leave him away. Because now I am suffering by the loss of my sons. Similarly, I don't want another woman to suffer by losing this Aswathama. This is a compassion, forgiveness, the purity, all the rivers which have been named out against of the woman, all the rivers. When you are standing on the river, you see that always the pure water is coming. always fresh water, always pure and fresh water is coming. So that river has been termed as woman, all the rivers. So the woman has got these noble characters, but what happens with these noble characters? The emotions play a great role in woman's decision. The emotions, this is the difficulty. For example, now all of us are driving, the Matajis are driving, we are also driving. For example, if you, when you are driving, when you are driving, you see there's a cat hit by the other car. The cat is lying, it was trying to, it's going to die. If the Mataji is driving, what she will think that time? She will say, oh my God, why this man has did like this, so poor cat. This is what the thinking will come to a woman. Oh, poor cat. But when the man drives, what he will think? Oh, there is a danger. I have to apply brake or I have to change the lane. This is the difference. The Mataji, they go near, oh, I have to put a brake, I have to. So the decision, the right decision will come after the emotions. So the emotions play a great role in the decision making for the woman. So this is what, they have got all the good qualities, everything they have, but the emotions makes the difference. Here, this again in the fourth verse, Prabhupada mentions here, the Anuchara is also significant. So all the followers of Lord Shiva, they know what is to be done. When Mother Sati was going away from the house, away from Lord Shiva, and then everyone were following it. So it's mentioned that it's Anuchara, because they know the mood of the master, immediately they followed. Then Lord Shiva is not the master of Sati or not? Lord Shiva is master for Sati also. Then why Sati should not have the same Anuchara? Yeah, Mother Sati was not able to understand the purpose of the master. See here, this question was asked by to our Guru Maharaj. How as a disciple can we understand the mood of a Guru and his heart? Guru Maharaj replied like this. Japa from Guru Maharaj. Of course, one way is to ask him. Otherwise, by observing him and hearing his instructions, you can know what he wants. So, you have to observe the Guru and hear the instructions. This is more important. Hear the instructions of the Guru. Then you know what he wants. So, if you don't hear the instructions of the Guru, if you don't understand the mood of the Guru, whatever you do, it will be not faithful. It is not fruitful also. Whatever you do. So, the mood of the Guru has to be understood. This or even our devotional service also, when we are doing it, we should understand the mood of our Srila Prabhupada. We should understand the mood of Gurudev, what he wants. Accordingly, we need to serve. It's not by our own whimsically we should serve. The same Mother Sati, she came as Parvati in the next appearance. Then that time, exactly similar incidents happened. Chitraketu was flying there, and then Lord Shiva was keeping Mother Parvati on the lap. He was embracing Mother Parvati, and then all the saints were sitting in front of them, and then they were discussing. When Chitraketu saw this scene, then he started laughing at Lord Shiva. The Lord Shiva kept again the same. Lord Shiva kept quiet, but Mother Parvati, what she did? She cursed the Chitraketu. You become a demon. Then after that, when hearing this curse, then Chitraketu came and then he asked forgiveness. Then he said, Mother, I am not, what I did is, again he said, what I did is right. There is nothing wrong what I did. But still, if you feel that this is wrong, I take that whatever you are curse. And then he said, then he left. Everyone got stunned. This person has been cursed to become a demon, and then he said, I don't mind. Okay, if you think that your curse is right, then I will take that curse. He left the place. Then Parvati was stunned, and then she was sitting, and then the next moment, the next verse, Lord Shiva speaks to Parvati. Narayana parasarve na kutastu bibhyate. Swarga apavarga narakeshu api tulyart darshana. Says the devotees of the Lord, they are always in thinking of Lord Narayana. And they are not afraid of any conditions of the life. You put him in Naraka, you give him liberation or put him in anywhere, They are not afraid of it. Because they see everything equally. Pandita Samadarshana. They see everything equally. So that moment, Parvati accepted that, the instructions of Lord Shiva. But whereas in this case, she could not accept. Why? Because she had that attachment with the father. She had that, because of that attachment, there was anger on that. So that is the reason mother could not take up. See, one thing we need to understand here, whatever all these great personalities, they are acting for our own teaching. Please don't think that Mother Parvati, Mother Sati did like that, so she was not knowing, she was, no. They know what to do. They are acting like the drama actors. They are acting for the purpose of something. So we should not think that Mother Parvati, Sati don't know, now after becoming a Parvati she knows. No. She knows from the beginning, but she is acting for our teaching only. So don't underestimate any of the great personalities given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Even for that case, even Hiranyakashipu also. We know who is Hiranyakashipu. Okay, so don't underestimate. They have got some mission. They are following the mission of the Lord. Okay, then finally the text number 6. So desire to attachment, and attachment, what we discuss is the desire, it makes us the attachment, and then the attachment, it gives the lust, and then from the lust the anger comes. So can we have without desire? Can we have a life without desire? Is it possible? It is not possible. The desire is always like this. So desire will come always. Apuryamanam achala pratishtam, Krishna says, no? So this like the river, it's flowing into the sea. The water is always coming. Continuously the river water is coming into the sea. Did ever the sea has got any agitated because of that? The sea always keep the same condition. It's not getting agitated. So much, similarly, our desires, we cannot stop the desires. The desires will keep on coming. But we need to keep equilibrium in all the conditions. Then how is it possible? Is it possible? Of course the sea or the ocean can do it, but how we can do it? So many desires are coming. How we can react to that? Prabhupada in the purport says, Yajna Sankirtana Praya. So yajna, perform yajna, so that you can be always peaceful, can be always in equilibrium. So what is the yajna there in Prabhupada mentioned that? So whether it's controlling the anger or following the mood of the spiritual master or wisely reacting to the dangers, everything is possible only by chanting. So Prabhupada mentioned in that purport, only the approved yajna for this Kali Yuga is Sankirtana yajna, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So just by chant, we can keep our mind steady, clean, always stable, so that our attachment will leave from us. The attachment. Hare Krishna. I am requesting forgiveness if I have offended any Matajis or Prabhujis. Just I repeated what's there in the purport, what's there, Srila Prabhupada and everyone has spoken. So nothing from my side, but still I pardon, I looking for your forgiveness. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So Prabhu is telling to ask questions. So any questions there? Haribol Mataji.
Like forgiving,
okay.
Compassion, humility, and purity, caring, etc. Very right, Prabhu. And at the same time, there is a heading called womanly weaknesses. So should we consider all these characteristics as womanly weaknesses, or they are our strength? Because to forgive someone needs strength. Yes. To tolerate somebody needs strength. To be compassionate, to bear a child, to give birth to a child needs strength. All these are womanly characteristics. So how do you explain this as weaknesses, or should we consider them as strength, because there are emotions?
Mataji, actually you have given the answer actually.
Is it?
You said the answer already. So as you rightly said, to forgive someone, is, as we say, no, to err is a human, to forgive is godly. So it's not easy to forgive everyone. It is not easy to give the, see, in the same case of Ashwatthama, when Krishna was asking the opinion of everyone, everyone said, you have to kill, you have to kill, you have to kill, except Draupadi Mata. Draupadi Mata said, no, we need to leave him. So that compassion will come only to those, mainly it's a womanly character. Of course, the Prabhujis, they have the compassion, but still it's more. So that's why they have been praised. See, the motherhood has been given to the woman. Why? Because of these characters. It's not as simple. As you said rightly, that to bear a child is not a so easy thing. So as you said that the answer is within your question, so I take it as it is. Haribo.
One more question, Prabhu, last. In the first text, you mentioned that a woman, between choosing between parents' house and in-laws, the woman should not speak about the difficulties of the in-laws' house with the parents.
Yeah.
But what if the woman is tormented or tortured at his in-laws' place? How she should deal with it? Shouldn't she go and speak about this to her parents? Should not she seek help from the parents?
Actually, we are now talking about an ideal family situation where the woman is a chaste and the husband is a Vaishnava. So in that condition, those things will not happen.
Right.
Okay, but still, if some things happen like this, most of the cases, I'm also reading the newspaper, most of the cases, 90% of such cases, it happens because of the in-laws, not because of the husband. The husband always supports the wife. So that situation, she has to seek the shelter of the husband. She has to explain it. Better, because why means, if the condition goes beyond the limit, of course she has to seek the help from the parents' house. But the thing is, whoever the parents may be, the parents, they wanted to listen some good words that from the daughter, that yes, I am living nicely, my in-laws are taking care nicely. This is what every parent of the girl would like to hear this. So no one will like to hear, oh, why they are doing no. Everyone wants to hear how my daughter is safe in in-laws' house. So that's why it's mentioned that we should not, that there may be some difficulties are there. There is no family that without any difficulty. Every family has got some difficulties. But these things have to be overcome. And small instances, if you go and tell to the parents' house, and then they think, what is this? My girl is suffering there. You are spoiling their life as well. Is it okay, Mother? Answers that?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Actually, I very clearly understood whatever you said because it was directly coming from Srila Prabhupada and Shastra. So I have no doubt in it, but all these small obstacles that were coming, it is very clearly cleared, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mother. Haribo. Yes, bro.
The women in the form reverse something you said in the class.
Oh yeah, okay. The purity. That's why I was referring to the purity. The river water is always pure. Is it not? The river water is always pure and fresh. Any moment you go and stand in front of the river, you will find a fresh, pure water. So that's how the woman should be. She always pure, chaste. Haribo. Hare Krishna.
What about men? What qualities they should have? I mean, it's nice to hear and to talk about women should be like that, should be like this. But I have not heard anybody speaking about how men should be actually. But it is assumed that men are godly and women are not so. But please, can you
No,
please...
Mother, everywhere still a
I
Prabhupada.
think we should have a class about how men should also be. That would balance actually. Otherwise, we are always kind of targeting women. Women should be like this, women should be like that. But men should be like this never comes. Men are like this.
No, Mother,
always.
that means you have read only 50% of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada's instructions.
Then why nobody is sitting on the way? Who have read should at least tell us no.
No, just now also I said,
But
Mataji,
who
Hare
are
Krishna,
not read.
the man should be a pure Vaishnava. Okay. Yep.
Vaishnava actually. What is pure Vaishnava?
Man, not only man, Mataji, even the wife, the woman also should be a Vaishnava.
Prabhuji,
Listen, Mataji, okay.
women we've heard lots, but what a pure Vaishnava man should have? What qualities? I mean, only
Woman should have all the good qualities and the man should protect all those good qualities.
No, but for himself.
That's
what
what
he has.
that is also quality. Quality of protecting a woman is a quality. Is it not? Quality of protecting a woman is it not a quality?
Okay, what is protection for a woman?
In all circumstances.
Like?
In all circumstances. No like and all. It's all circumstances. The man has to protect the woman.
How? Physically he has to protect?
Physically, emotionally,
but
intellectually, everywhere.
But Lord Shiva did not protect her then, isn't it?
Mataji, just to mention, no, Lord Shiva was giving so many instructions. So much instructions he has given. But
one thing, Prabhuji, Lord Shiva gave so many instructions. But at the same time, if Lord Shiva